As Plato explained in the Timaeus, when the world began to get into order, fire and water and earth and air had only certain faint traces of themselves, and were altogether such as everything might be expected to be in the absence of God. There was chaos before the gods intervened in putting order in the world. This was their nature at the time, and God fashioned them by form and number. So God, actually the demiurge in the cosmos of Plato, intervened in order to give form to the universe, and the form that they take are the form of this natural solid, and are the form of you have seen that correspond to the fourth element. Sorry. Okay, this is the form of the water, and then there is a fifth solid that later on would be associated with the ether, but not at the time of the Timaeus. Goodness and beauty emerge from the order of geometrical forms and numbers. Reason and proportion allow the demiurge to extend such an order from the ideal to the sensible worlds. Plato's cosmos, with its separation between the perfect, immutable world of idea and the changeable, sensible world, captured the clearest image of the Greek mathematical philosophy. The development of the Western philosophical thought can be viewed as a change of more and more sophisticated attempt to make productive that dialectic contrast. It's a great achievement of the Greeks, writes Hermann Weiss, to have made the contrast between the finite and the infinite fruitful for cognition of reality. Regarding the infinite, however, the ancient Greeks saw it as potential, namely as a possibly endless continuation of a process. The possibility of a complete, closed infinite, the actual infinite, was not at issue. Such an infinite goes beyond the ratio of natural number. And it was the rationale behind the Christian religion that created the demand for a comprehension of the infinity. Notice that in the Judaico-Christian cosmos, the demiurge, namely an artisan able to conform so much as possible the sensible world to the eternal world of ideas, leaves the floor to an infinite and unique God, an eternal being able to create all things ideal and real out of nothing. Also, okay, this is the image that Raffaello gave in the creator in at the Museo Vaticani. So 4th century and in the medieval Europe, the conflict between truth and faith and truth and reason urged the Christian philosophy to ask geometric optic for enlightenment. If faith cannot be divorced from observation, and revelation need to entrust a common language, and this common language comes from mathematics. Well, here are paintings that we have already seen that represent the way in which the struggle between the finite and the infinite, and also in the representation where we have the illumination that comes from the book of the geometry and the illumination that comes from the faith. Light was taken as the analogous of the divine grace, but light was primarily a natural phenomenon, following the rules of the ray propagation. As long as the form of nature shows the divine design, Euclidean geometry could help refine both the observation of nature and the comprehension of God. And here is the beginning of the science of light. This is the reason why the science of light, the study of light, became important.